Nobody gives a fuck about you or me or anybody. They care about their own. Here is why I'm always happy. I got a lot going on. I know who the I am. And I'm telling you, nobody gives a That humility is everything. Everybody's so insecure because they ain't humble. You think you're somebody. You think you're supposed to be somebody. Once you realize you're nothing, then you can't be beat. Nobody can beat me. Nobody can make my feelings feel hurt. Nobody can stop me. You know why? Because I don't think I'm anybody. So what the are you saying? Just be happy. Calm it down.
I've been doing what you've been talking about for the last 2 years, and surprise, surprise, it actually works. In case you didn't know.
Go figure. And why don't you break that? Why don't you break that down for everybody so that they can hear that?
In May, I had a video that popped off on YouTube, 20-second clip. I actually had a teenager film it, 14 million views.
Holy shit.
14 million views. Exactly what you talked about, right? All this content building did fabulous. But the challenge for me is that I'm trying to figure out my next 20 years.
The question becomes, are you a public speaker? Are you an author? Are you a retailer selling apparel? Are you a consultant? You know, are you gonna sell a course that's a digital course? All of these things will work, brother.
Right.
Which one of those do you wanna do?
Well, I mean, I've tried and they...
I'll give you an example. Brother, I think the answer to your question is, do you know how much money I would make playing professional basketball?
Probably not a whole lot.
0 is the answer, right? But I make $250,000 to give a speech. I'm gonna assume that everybody watching right now is not capable of that because I'm one of the best public speakers in the world. I'm comfortable saying that. What you need to do is what everybody here needs to do. I just rattled off everything you could do to make $100,000 to $500,000 to $1 million a year. You could sell $1 million worth of BMX hoodies, t-shirts, shoulder pads, elbow pads, sneakers. You could do anything you want. You could, but are you good enough to go on this platform, whatnot, and sell them? Maybe not. But you could be doing, look what I'm doing right now. I'm on a retail platform doing an educational show. But meanwhile, we just had 16 orders for $494 happen. I'm integrating content and commerce. You might be the guy that's good at making a $99 course, right? That is very deep, PDF, videos, written words, and anybody who buys it gets an hour of your time once a month in a group setting. That might be the thing that helps you get $500,000 a year. I rattled off all the ways someone like you could make money. The question is, are you self-aware enough and can you execute it is the real question. And do you know yourself on which one you can execute? Maybe you should go give a bunch of public speeches, teaching courses for an hour on stage for free at first, just to get it under your legs, and then you get paid for it. That becomes the question.
Yeah, and I'm doing it. Like right now, I'm going to Ocean City the end of the month, and I'm doing a camp. Where 10 riders will come out, and I'll do like an educational camp. But the money, it's just not really there. You know, like I don't even have
yet, right? Like again, you've got. I would go. First of all, I like the way that you present on live. I would start going on Instagram Live, YouTube Live. That deepens the community.
Okay. Yep.
You know. And you got to charge more too.
I know, that's a big one for me, Gary. It's a big one. People keep telling me that.
You're like scared to ask for more, you feel embarrassed?
Can I even tell you like what the amount is? Does that matter to you? So like right now-
Of course it does, I want to help you.
Okay, well right now, this is upping my game. Upping my game, I'm charging $500 a day.
I knew you were going to say that, fuck. I'm so pissed at myself, I was going to write it on my hand and show it. I knew it was fucking 500. I was going to bet my fucking dick that it was $500. That's how positive I was. Bro, the next time somebody asks, say 1,000.
Yeah, because back in the day-
next time somebody, go ahead.
Back in the day, it was $100 a show. Like that was the standard. This is the 80s.
Great.
So, you know.
Great. With inflation, by the way, bad news, brother. With inflation, you're making less today.
Exactly, I know that, I realize that. And that's-
Brother, the next time somebody asks, or when you put it out there, it's 1,000.
I don't know if you remember, I talked to you like a couple of years ago, and I had a hair channel that I wanted to change, and then you kind of said that I needed to start over, and I tried to, but then I got a lot of like pushback. Like, well, I guess my views went down, and then all that got to me, so I was just like, screw it, I'm just gonna start a new channel, because at the time I had built my channel to like over 100K, and I was doing brands and all that stuff like that. So I left, and I started my new thing that I wanted. But I guess why my question was pretty much was to how I can like make my business and my social media stand out when everyone's doing the same thing. But I also kind of in the midst of thinking wanted to know if it's right to leave your channel that you grew on because you want to change something. Is it okay to leave it, or should you try to just restart it on there?
There's a lot to that. First of all, the number one mistake that every young person and every old person makes in life is not being able to be comfortable with adversity. Let's start with that. You built up a channel. I remember you. You wanted to do other stuff. There's nothing wrong with that. I even said in that video with you that you would get less views at first, just like I did. Just like I did when I went from wine to business. I was the wine guy. But I was comfortable because you didn't want to do that content anymore. So that wasn't gonna work anyway. But what you did was the cliche shit that everybody else does. You went, yep, you did it. You went and you wanted to make yourself happier, but then you were full of shit because what happened was as soon as you didn't get the views you were accustomed to, you became insecure, right? And you started getting in your head and you started worrying that you weren't as cool, you weren't as good, you weren't gonna get as many brand deals, and you got it all fucked up. Couple things. Number one, social media is changing like crazy. I need everybody to hear this. How many followers you have is becoming less important. It's becoming less important. What the platforms want is to people to stay on their platform. What they want is for people to stay on their platform. What is now the game is just the individual piece of content. If you go to my TikTok right now, my whole team's in the background, they know this. Literally 4 TikToks ago, I have a TikTok that has less than 10,000 views. Like literally 9,000 or something, 8,000. The next post has over 1 million. The 400 trillion to 1 video, 1 million. By the way, the 400 trillion to 1 video did not do as well on Instagram. I'd been on fire on Instagram. We put up the 400 trillion to 1 video I just put out. It did solid. On TikTok, it went crazy. The post before the 1 million plus views on the TikTok, I have a video that has less than 10,000 views with 15 million followers. So the answer is yes, go back to your channel, because that's gonna make you feel good. Because you need, right now, you're not strong enough emotionally to not give a fuck. All I've been trying to do for 18 years is to get all of you to not give a fuck about the numbers, about the opinions. Go back to your channel, but make videos in any way you want. On TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube, because it's not gonna matter because it's gonna find its audience. It's becoming more about the individual piece of content. Do you understand? The answer is, believe it or not, it doesn't matter. Whether you start a new account, it can get 1 million views. Whether you go back to a dormant account that had 100K on it, it will get 1 million views or 0 views depending on the piece of content. And so right now, it's clear to me on your young journey that you need that follow count for a little bit of a boost, so go back to it.
Is that what I'm saying? I just feel bad because I left it hanging and my content.
You left nothing hanging. Darling, you didn't leave shit hanging. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a fuck. I left Tea with GaryVee hanging. It was everybody's favorite show. Now I'm back. I got fucking mugs. I'm back with fucking mugs. Nobody gives a shit. Everybody's so fucking caught up. Here's the problem with everybody. Everybody's equally insecure as fuck and audacious as fuck. Nobody gives a fuck about you or me or anybody. They care about their own shit. Nobody's like, oh, you left the fucking channel hanging. Why the fuck you coming back? Nobody gives a fuck.
Yes, that's true. Facts.
Facts. Nobody, here is why I'm always happy. I got a lot going on. I know who the fuck I am. And I'm telling you, nobody gives a fuck. That humility is everything. This is fucking humility out here. Once you lean into humility, it's over. Nobody can beat you. Humility is the fucking secret sauce. Be humble. Everybody's so insecure because they ain't fucking humble. You think you're somebody. You think you're supposed to be somebody. Just be happy. Fucking calm it down. Nobody gives a fuck that you left it hanging.
Okay. Okay. And with that, I wanted to go to my actual question as to how to make yourself stand out. Well, maybe you said it already, but I just want to clarify.
No. I love you for that. And I got you on this. That's not your actual question. Your actual question was some insecure shit. How do I stand out when everybody else is doing the same shit? That's what you actually asked. Everybody's doing the same shit as me too. I literally watch people make content based on what I said. Do you know how many people are about to make Be Humble videos in the next week? It doesn't matter. You are competing with everybody. It is the way it is. Like, how do you stand out? Be better. Read more, be more curious, consume different shit, mix up your game, live different experiences, mix shit up, stay curious, be creative. This is why I fuck with Creative Crab. You should go to fucking eBay right now and buy a Creative Crab fucking trading card about VeeFriends and stick it in that beautiful wall you have right there. Fuck it. Can we send her a Creative Crab? Fuck it, you don't need to buy it. Rips, send this beautiful young lady a Creative Crab fucking trading card. Let her stick it on her fucking wall back there with all the other shit. Be creative, be curious. How do you be better? Be better, practice. Make more fucking content. Everyone's in their own fucking head. Everybody wants to get better, but they're all stuck in their fucking head and they don't do shit. Because you're all fucking scared out here. Everyone's fucking scared. You know why? Because you're not humble. Once you realize you're nothing, then you can't be beat. Nobody can beat me. Nobody can make my feelings feel hurt. Nobody can stop me. You know why? Because I don't think I'm anybody. So what the fuck are you saying?
So when I go back to my channel, do I do like a life update? Hey, this is why or do I just okay?
Be like, I'm back, bitches, motherfucker, I'm back.
Okay, I'll do that.
And do it now. Do it right now while I gave you all this energy. Like, right the fuck now, because as soon as every minute you step away from this camera, you're gonna go in that little head of yours. Yeah. Do it right the fuck now. Hang the fuck up, turn the camera, said, fuck it, GaryVee made me do this, and give him a fucking life update. Fuck the lighting, fuck the script, talk about your fucking life.
Okay. I love it. Yeah, all right, I will do that.
Good, see ya.
Thank you.
Love you, bye.
Thank you.
Someone that is really good at organic social media content right now, which you're talking all about. A lot of people that are selling a product, they're getting into social media now. We're the other way around. We're good at social media. We're thinking about a product. How would you kind of reverse that scenario? And I know you're talking about TikTok Live and whatnot. And so we're thinking about that. What are some things that we should think about as we're getting ready to do this?
First, make a great product that's differentiated, but if you can, right? Like everybody goes to the easy thing, a t-shirt, or this. Give it some real thought. Like really think through the product first. Good marketing only exposes bad products faster. So you need a good product.
Do you make that product or is it more like affiliate?
I mean, look, you could do affiliate. People are fucking annihilating it on TikTok affiliate right now. Annihilating it. And you guys are, to your point, if you're trying to maximize short-term dollars, then you go affiliate. If you're trying to maximize long-term dollars, then you make a product. When you're an affiliate, you make cash, but you don't own anything. When you make a product, you own something that's sellable. I mean, then there's also this scenario of both.
Both and.
You could do both, right? I really like this for you. We talked about this the other day, so I'm happy that you're going down this path. I'm telling you right now, live social shopping, affiliate, TikTok is a monster. Meta's gonna be left with no choice to fast follow. I'm hearing rumblings that Twitter is gonna have something in place pretty quickly here with Shopify. Like, it's here. And for everybody who's trying to learn, this has been going on for almost a decade in China. Integration of shopping and social has been going on for over a decade in China, especially the last 8-7 years. It is now hitting North America and Europe. It's gonna be a big deal. The QVC-ification of social media is here. And the more that people learn about this, for a lot of people that have not been able to figure out how to make money by just being good at social media, this is gonna be huge, but it's a skill. That's what I got for you, Pops. Understood? Keep doing the homework. Love you.
I wanted to ask you quickly because, you know, I was having a really tough time the past 2 years. And, you know, just family, health stuff with myself, with family members. You know, it was just very, very difficult. So I actually had to stop like my social media for the past 2 years. Like I have not been that active. I had to like kind of work on my business, and because I do a consulting business for marketing for mental health professionals. So my thing is like I've lost my momentum, kind of.
Yep. Makes
So
sense.
like, and I succeeded in the sense of like I had to kind of stop doing my content creation in order to build my business, which I have done. So it's like paying my bills, it's good, but I don't know how to really get back to like getting what my momentum was before. Cause like
I literally was in the gym an hour ago talking to Mike about the fact that I've had a very challenging year. I've gotten injured a lot this year. I've not had my eating habits right this year. And all I talked about was how I can't believe it's already October, and after 10 years of really having it tight, I've had 10 straight months where I've not been as tight as my standard. I'm not gonna cry about it. Tomorrow is the opportunity. Today, when I go to the Jets game and there's all that delicious tailgate food, I can focus on protein, or I can continue the last 10 months and not. What you're doing is what I've been doing for 10 months, which is, oh fuck, January didn't go well. Like I can't believe I blew a whole month. Oh fuck, February hasn't gone well. Holy shit, I've given up 2 months. Like you crying about the last 2 years is not gonna do anything.
Yeah, I mean, I know that, but it's also like, because I have so many ideas in my head and I'm just like, I'm just coming out of the hole. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Of course I do.
I'm like, holy fuck, like this has been really tough. And it's just my relationship with social media has changed. I'm not as like super go hard anymore because it's just been such a hard time. So now I feel like I want to like create slower in a way, but I wonder if it's like, can you still scale in a sense, but be super fucking consistent and just kind of do it in a different way where it's not so, you know, hard like that.
Maybe not, right?
Yeah.
Like if I'm hearing you right, it's let's go back to physical fitness. Like if you only do 15 push-ups instead of 100 push-ups every day, you're gonna get 15 push-up results. The bigger question is that okay though? Is it okay, right? Like you've gotta choose happiness over the financial part, and if you're telling me that you're incapable of going the same way you went 2 years ago, the question becomes why?
It might not be exactly where I was, but I can get to a different, just a different way of doing it than I was before. But it's like, you know, even with my book that I have, like the Penny Panic book for anxiety for teens, like I wanted to like scale that so much, but I was surprised this year that even without really doing as much as I did, I got it into the hands of like a school counselor, and like middle schoolers are reading it. So it's like, I'm like, it's like, I don't know, some synchronistic shit that it's just kind of working in some ways, but I'm just trying to find a newer flow, I guess.
Are you good from the shit that's been bothering you in your personal family life the last 2 years?
It's getting better, yeah, but it's a lot better than what it was earlier in the year. Like earlier in the year, I just could not do a fucking thing.
Good. So honestly, I don't really hear anything out of the ordinary here, right? Like, I think it's just a game of like one foot in front of the other.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I think it's a game of judgment. Like, when I think about what you're saying, it's like, who gets to be the judge and the jury if you're doing it well or not? Do you know what I mean? You do.
Mm-hmm.
Just you.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, to me this is just like another, similar to like when we did this on the show in the past. Like, it's just a pep in your step of like, you know, like we all need these moments of like, you got this, like go, like the community supporting you in the chat like crazy. Like, to me, this is just like, it will happen if you do it, and if you don't do it for 2 weeks and you do it for 2 weeks, it's just life.
I'm from Finland and half Greek.
Very nice. So you live in Finland and you're Greek.
Live in Finland, yeah. And now half Greek as well.
Very nice.
What's up?
All good. How are things?
Good. I'm actually sitting on a week vacation right now from work, and I just saw you in YouTube, and I switched to Whatnot, and I thought that what the hell? It's a great platform. It's just the first time on Whatnot, so.
I'm glad you're on Whatnot, brother. I really believe that the way that AI was the buzzword in 2024, and the way the blockchain was the year before, I believe in 2025, everybody in business is gonna be talking about live social shopping. And I think Whatnot and TikTok Shop are ahead, but there's also Poshmark, there's eBay Live, there's Fanatics Live, and I expect Instagram to get its act together because they won't let everybody pass them by. I believe live social shopping is going to be a monster, and I want everybody to learn it because it's gonna be good for their business. But anyway, back to you, my brother.
Yeah.
What's your question?
I'm going to switch gears. I'm actually interested in your opinion on job. What if the job or a work? I work a 9 to 5 job. I'm in customer support in B2B,
Okay.
and
Okay.
and I'm thinking of, you know, if the job can define your identity, because I think, or at least I believe, that it's okay for you for a job to identify you, or to be identified as a person doing that job that you're doing, in my terms, I'm doing it really well, and just thinking, you know, if that is okay for someone to be identified as.
You want to be identified, your self-esteem, your self-worth, your identity is wrapped up in your job. Is that what you're saying?
Pretty much, because I put my all into this and into the job that I'm doing, and I'm looking to be.
I would say it this way, brother. I would say it's okay and wonderful to have tremendous pride in your professional career. I do. But I would tell you, having your self-worth wrapped up in something you don't control is a vulnerable game, right? Unlike being an entrepreneur where you own your business, but even in that scenario, you don't control if it's success. I mean, you do and you don't. I would just say that if, you know, a lot of you know me on this show, I'm very passionate and very tied into what I do for a living, but I do not get my self-worth from being a successful entrepreneur. I get my self-worth from being a person that is liked for his humanity by the people that know me best. I think too many people are actually vulnerable because they wrap their self-esteem into their profession, how much money they make, what job title they hold. And I understand that, it's easy to do that. But I could not recommend more that you have pride, that I love. Having pride in your craft and your job, holding yourself to a standard, these are beautiful things. But one's self-worth should be dramatically more simple, in my opinion, and should be far more noble than a career.
More in like, what persons do you hold close to you? What persons do?
Yeah, what do people,
hold most dear? Yeah.
Yes, and what do people feel about you that know you best?
Okay.
I don't want admiration from those who don't know me. You know, one of the reasons I deal well with being a public figure is the accolades. I just saw a lot of people say GaryVee for president. That doesn't get me high. I'm grateful for that, but that's not where my self-worth is. Equally, if somebody in the chat says GaryVee sucks, I don't get low. I care more about what Braden thinks, what Nerea thinks, what the team thinks about me, because they know me better. And then I care what Eric Godfrey and Mike Playa think of me because they know me even better than them. And then I care what my children and my parents think about me, you know, and so that's that.
Okay. Yeah,
all right.
I must say, I gotta say this, that you've been the greatest school, man, and you made me cry sometimes. So I'm really grateful that you're alive.
Brother, you're a very good man. I can see it right through the screen. Yeah. I wish you nothing but happiness, health, and success.
Yeah, the same. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Wish you well.
Okay, so I helped my mom out with her gym, and it's been very hard because like our family believes families shouldn't work together. But our agreement was me like helping her get it launched. So we got it launched. We reached the 500 members, 800 members, and now we're kind of at a holding point. I talked to her yesterday after my Whatnot show, and I was like, we have to get on Whatnot, sell our merch. It's one of the biggest things that's hurting our business right now is not selling merch and not posting enough content. So I think it would be a perfect way for us to really get connected with our community.
Whatnot is not necessarily locally, right? I mean, I think if I'm a local gym and if I'm a local business, this is gonna be an answer for a lot of people. I think the answer is $50 and $200 ads on 5-mile radius of the store or the gym using Facebook ads. So I think Meta, Facebook and Instagram, 5-mile radius ads with content that has preferably done well organically, and then you use it as an ad or just content. No question for local business. Look, I love selling stuff on Whatnot. I think Whatnot is an incredible platform, but I'm telling you right now, brother, 5-mile radius, $50 to $200 media spends on Meta, which means Facebook and Instagram are disproportionately the big opportunity for local businesses. Like selling some gear on Whatnot is great, but it's not gonna be local. Watch this, watch the chat. Everybody, where are you from? There it is, right? Look what's going on. You're not gonna guarantee a local community on Whatnot. What you're gonna do is expand your brand, right? So to your point, your mom can sell $1,000 worth of merch. And look, to your point, I think everybody should be a retailer in 2025 with social shopping. One of my points here is, you know, like this Creative Crab hat that's not out yet, everybody wants this, I can sell that anywhere. So if your gym comes up with a slogan or a logo or a cool hoodie or does protein powder or does weights, I think every single individual trainer should be doing a live training session. I told that to Brave Bison, my guy, Courage. Like, I think these social platforms are gonna eat up live platforms because you'll be able to do the extra layer of commerce, right? So I'm watching all these people right now on a different screen, and they're all on different platforms. Salt Life John, Raymond, they're on LinkedIn, they're on Twitter, Sherry's on LinkedIn, but I want them all to move over to GaryVee.com/whatnot. Why do I want that? Because if they wanna win this free book right now, Day Trading Attention, my new book, signed, right? Signed, put it up, Rips, up for free right now, free. The only way to do that is on Whatnot. And that kind of level of engagement and community is not possible on the other platforms right now. And so that's where I'm at, brother. But please, 5-mile radius to the gym, $50 to $100 a piece on the ads, and watch what really works.
We do spend $1,500 on ads a month, and I'm trying to cut that down for my mom because it is a franchise. It's called Hotworks. So it's a 24-hour infrared fitness studio. So I think that's why too, I was like, I was gonna get to that point too.
On the $1,500 that you're spending, what are you spending it on?
On $1,500, we're spending it on, I believe, geolocation marketing, and it's very corporate. So I'm trying to get.
Yeah, it's probably, right, so got it, because she's tied into the corporation because she's in a franchisee. Listen, get her selling some stuff on Whatnot, come back and let me know. I'm gonna move on to the next one. It's great to see you, brother.
VeeFriends today without the name GaryVee, like back when you were doing Wine Library, you know, when you were a no name and you just
or maybe before that even, yep.
Or that even, you know, I see you doing every piece of like pop culture with the trading card game, you know, like Pokemon. You've got even the 25-cent, the minis, you know, like little homies, like every piece of pop culture that made it, you seem to be following that exact same trajectory. The cartoons, the comics. But how would you do all of that? Say if you had like $1,000.
If I know exactly what you're asking, brother. It's 100% social media shop. It's social media shopping and social media. Social media, social media, social media, social media, social media. I would make unlimited content for TikTok, YouTube Shorts. The reason I wrote this book is there's never been a more important time. All of you have heard, before I had gray hairs, right? Before you had gray hairs, all of you have heard from me for 18 years. Social media, social media, social media, social media. I get that it's hard. It's like working out, eating well, working out, eating well, working out, eating well. I just said the last 10 months have not been as good as my last 10 years. It's fucking hard, but it is the answer. If you're nobody to the world and nobody knows who you are, to answer your question directly, I would make social media content. If I had to make stick figures, you know, if you go to VeeFriends.com, as you know, there's pictures of me drawing the characters. I would have posted every one of those. So brother, I'm telling you right now with your Crocs, like I'm telling you, make social media content every day. You can go to Fiverr, you can learn how to use AI. There's inexpensive ways to make content. There's inexpensive ways to do voiceovers. With AI tools out there right now, there's so much more a single person with no money can do. And you need one video to go viral on TikTok and it can change everything. One video, one. So brother, I'm telling you, it is social media and then social media live shopping, what we're doing right now. Why am I on Whatnot? I need every single person. I see What Willie Thinks on YouTube. I see Cam Hill 1993 on Twitch. I need them to come to GaryVee.com/whatnot, download the app, explore the app. For all of you, I see all these people on Instagram and TikTok. I need all of them. I see Boz T Bizzle on TikTok. I see Brandon TBK97. I see Iz on Instagram. I need all of them. This is a global platform. I need all of them to go to to GaryVee.com/whatnot, download this app. You've been hanging out with us. You're getting a sense of it. One person at a time. Social media content, social live shopping is the opportunity if you're coming from zero.
Will do. Thank you, Gary.
Good luck, brother.